Alright, I'm starting it. And we're live. Welcome everybody, HorsePLAY Live, episode 78, Uncut. What's today? June 11th, 2015? This is 2015. I have no concept of time anymore.
Yeah, it's almost my birthday, man.
I know. There's a lot of June babies.
10 days away, baby boy.
Damn you June babies, a pain, all pains in the butt.
And then my son's is 13 days away, 14 days away.
Ah, you planned that on purpose, didn't you? You're like, I'm gonna hold my sperm until it's the right moment.
Yeah, it was one of those. Wow. Anyway, yeah.
That's a new meaning for planned Planned Parenthood right there.
There, dude. Not even gonna comment whatsoever. Like, whatever. Sorry.
So this is our pre-show. We got our good friend Kevin from the Worst Radio Show.
Hey.
Yeah, Worst Radio Show and Podcast Infinity.
Now, yeah.
The new Destiny podcast. One of the few podcasts that still exists that's dedicated to Destiny. I remember I've been keeping up with the game and I haven't been playing it the whole time, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be a one called Guardians of Destiny, something like that.
Well, there's Guardian Radio Network. They still exist. They're actually pretty decent size. And then the only other one that I know of that's popular is The Last Word. Other than that, we're the only game in town.
See, this is my rule of thumb. If you're not on Stitcher, then you're not really podcasting.
We're on Stitcher.
Yep. Like, that's the first thing I do. If I have to go to iTunes to find you, then you're not taking your show seriously. Like, you need to be on TuneIn Radio and or Stitcher.
So,
I mean, how are you going to ignore 50% of mobile users, right, Obi?
Right. Well, are we gonna have to, since we're having Kevin on? Do we have to have Andy on the show?
Oh yeah, they're part of the Geeky Antics family. You guys are always welcome.
Andy asked me too many personal questions. I
Andy
don't know
asks
if I can...
everybody
Yeah.
too many personal questions.
Yeah, but it's not like the first time he'd be on the show or like we'd be together because he does it to me every time.
He does it to everybody every time. You are not the only one.
Okay, so next time I do this, and I hope he's watching the pre-show, what I'm going to do next time is every time he asks me a question, I'm going to ask him that same question just over.
He'll answer it. It's going to blow up in your face. You're just
That's fine. That's fine. So every
You're
time
gonna
he
get
asks
an
me a
amazing
question, I'm going to
answer.
ask him another question.
I appreciate Andy because he's a very authentic person.
He's
I love
super
Andy
honest.
to death, dude. He's my bitch in a good way. But
Your
Andy's
spirit
awesome,
animal?
dude. Yes, spirit. That's better than saying bitch. I guess. He's not. Yeah, he's not my bitch. Don't tell him I said that. But no, he's like, yeah, he's my spirit animal. Like, what animal is he? he's like my gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
My spirit animal gorilla.
Gorillas are useful if you have any kind of boils or fleas or ticks on you. They'll pull them off.
They pick them right off and they eat them. They just dispose of them.
That's good stuff.
But then they fling their shit at you and you get them back. So it's like.
My
Whatever.
wife likes to pick stuff off me, but we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, mine does that too. I had a skin tag today that like you know something. I don't know if you guys get these, but sometimes you get skin tags that like sometimes blow up, like they're sucking blood out of your system. You gotta pull them off for it to get any bigger. And she walks up to me, yanks it off like nothing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's married life. You just described it in a nutshell.
Yeah. Oh gosh, and you don't want to talk about blackheads and whiteheads or anything like that.
Oh, that's
All right, can we just like
like a
skip
dream
this
date.
conversation?
It's true. They love that stuff. They're like, oh, let me pick at it, let me get it, and I'm like, ow.
my wife will make me, like, she has to check all the blemishes on my body before we can, get intimate together, because she just wants to do that more than get intimate with me, so.
That's her
Sounds
foreplay.
like a personal problem, bro.
No, that's just what she likes to do. She likes
That's her foreplay for you, and she wants you to eat her out. What the fuck? That's not fair.
I do what I gotta do, man. It's
So
her
you're like,
world,
all
I
right,
just
baby,
live in
you're
it.
not gonna blow me before we have sex. You're gonna pick
no,
pimples
that'll-
and shit off my body, and then
That'll
you want
come
me
later. I
to,
gotta
you
put
want to
my
sit on
time
my
in.
face, and then maybe if you fall over somehow and you're facing my dick, your mouth falls on top of it or some shit.
No. I put my time in, and then I get what's coming to me, and it's terrific. It's a give and take relationship.
Yeah.
Right? Do I still sound alright, guys? I'm messing with something.
You sound the same to me.
You got a lot of white noise for me, but we're on Skype. That's why.
What, you just got more now?
Yeah, I got a double because you're.
How about now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I just hear a double voice.
You hear the double voice now?
No, not no more.
Oh, okay.
your Skype thing is turned off.
Yeah. Well, we're about to get started. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm starting the show right now.
All right. Muting the mics, and then we'll get the music going. Of course, Kevin won't hear it. I'm too lazy to pipe in into TeamSpeak right now.
I'm gonna leave my mic muted until you guys say my name. So I'll be muted.
Start it! And what's up? Welcome, geeks, gamers, ninjas, and robots. This is HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, June 11th, 2015. This is episode 78, titled Destiny and the Return of MMOs. Before we get into all the fun ahead tonight, we got lots of fun. Woo. I'm joined by someone that everybody, well, should know anyway. Everyone's favorite filthy hardcore casual. You thought I was going to do it, didn't you? YogiZilla, what's up, big guy?
I thought you were going to punch the mic or something. What the hell? You're like give it a haymaker.
Yeah.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I've been a console peasant the past week. So I want to apologize to all my Heroes of the Storm friends. That's still Bay status, but for the purposes of reviews and being having first-hand knowledge of subject matter, you know, and writing articles and stuff and discussions and whatnot, I've been doing research, I guess you could call it. That's all I'm gonna say. But we got someone else today, a very special guest, don't we, Obi?
We do.
A super dope guest.
And you know what? Since this is just your Bay, kinda, sorta. I'm gonna let you introduce him.
Yeah, we got our super awesome, mega awesome. I don't know. I can't even think of anything else nice. Any superlatives? Fantastically brilliant. Somewhat crabby pants. Lovable curmudgeon, perhaps.
Somewhat crabby pants.
Kevin from TheWorstRadioShow. What's going on, man?
I heard you guys had horses and they play, so that's why I came here. Was I correct, or is that not a thing?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
That's where we got our roots started. That's where we have our roots, but when we deviated from that, now we lost our My Little Pony crowd, so, yeah.
Oh, you got any bronies in here? I'm big into the brony scene.
They haven't been here in a while, actually. They used to draw the ASCII.
What you said about me was 100% true. My wife calls me a curmudgeon quite often, so I'm on board with everything you said. The massively intelligent part I would disagree with, but everything else I'm all good on.
Well, yeah, we've been trying to get you on the show for a long time, man.
Well, this is my bedtime now, but I'm going to stay up a little late and hang out with you guys.
Yep. This has been several months in the works, I would say, because I purposely got Destiny so we could have some more common ground. You know,
you goaded me into this. That's what happened.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, how's everybody's week been? I know Obi usually asks that, but I'm gonna ask you this time. Obi.
I'm gonna let our guest go first. I'm trying to fix chat.
My week has been pretty normal. Doing the Destiny thing on stream. Worst Radio Show podcast was a lot of fun on Wednesday. We didn't have Rob, but we still had a good time. We had Professor Shy Guy, the artist, on. And we just did the Destiny podcast a little while ago, and now I'm watching the guys do the Prison of Elders at the highest level while I talk to you guys.
Oh, I want to talk about that, but we're gonna wait. We gotta wait. We gotta make it there first. I'm just gonna say I'm liking the POE a lot. I really like that. Oh. But I can see where people are frustrated and writing these long diatribes about why it's terrible, at least on the high levels. I can see where they can see that.
People find anything to complain about in any game.
Yeah, yeah.
And their voices are always the loudest, so I just chalk it up to, okay, this is just another bunch of people complaining about something in another game.
Yeah, that's true. You can't please everyone. Certainly not in the gaming space. That's for sure.
For real.
But Obi, what you been up to, man?
Gaming, just gaming. Trying to get some new stuff going for the channel and making new friends. Really.
You still playing Car Mechanic Simulator?
I am.
That's a cool game. I like that concept a lot.
I'm actually going to be starting one of the nights that I have during the week for my stream. I'm actually going to be doing a simulator night to where I'm going to be playing like Car Mechanic. We're going to be playing Construction 2015. We'll play some. For some reason, I don't have the farm simulator anymore. So for some reason, it's gone off my account.
I almost ended up reviewing that game for the Xbox One.
I'm trying to basically get another copy of it or try to talk to him like, hey, it's gone. What do I do? But I got, saying, I bought the game, so, it was a gift from somebody. But simulator games is what I'm going to play. So just one night, and people like them. I've gotten more followers playing those simulator games than I have ever.
Yeah,
we're actually like, I'm actually like gold 4 going into AK now. On CS:GO, and people still don't watch that, so I'm still gonna play. But I think to some of my streams, I'm gonna start doing those simulator games because people enjoy them.
Yeah, that's a good niche. I like it a lot. League of Legends and CS:GO, like those games are really saturated. It's hard to stick with that as your main thing, I would say.
Well, and you know how I am too. I like to actually play with other people. So the only thing about the simulator games. The car mechanics it's not multiplayer, but the construction game is, but still it's kind of, so if people want to get it and play with me, they can. The farm simulator is, so something that we could do and have fun with. I'm just trying to think of new things that I could do to just, I'm not trying to just draw on a bunch of followers, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow, so.
I like the simulator games. Simulator games are good for streaming because you get conversations going and you have a lot of like downtime to talk about what you're doing, what your strategies are. Like I haven't done it in a while, but I used to stream a lot of Game Dev Tycoon, and I love that game. That game it misses some of the parts of the gaming industry, but it's pretty on point for the most part. I love it. It's fun. But do they have a Bob Vila simulator, like a home improvement simulator, maybe a Tim the Tool Man's Taylor kind of thing? That'd be cool.
That would be actually really cool to have a builder, a builder simulator, to where you have to start. The construction simulator is kind of that way, but it's all about the construction side. But if you actually had somebody to where after the construction side was done, prepping all the land, like you'd actually had to, or you'd have to bulldoze, you have to. Put the septic tank in. If you're going to pour a basement, you got to put that in and do it from scratch like that would be awesome.
Yeah, like, like there's things that people don't realize, like when they buy a house, right? And there's little nuances. When you go from renting to buying, it's a big difference. Like, you may have electrical outlets, but what's the amperage on the circuit, You go plug in a vacuum into a certain circuit where the microwave's on. All of a sudden, you blow out a circuit, and it's like, you gotta get the wiring up to code. It's like, the central air not working. We gotta check the freaking compressor and check the filter and check the vents
that would be like a maintenance. That would be like a maintenance simulator.
Yeah, like a handyman simulator. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do a handyman, and you could say, this is your apartment building. You have 4 apartments, and whatever you do for, kind of like that thing, and you could be the handyman for.
So they complain, and you gotta find ways.
Well, so they complain about, hey, my walls need to be painted. So sometime there's one of your jobs, you have to go in and paint that wall. You have to take a brush.
Landlord simulator. That's what it is. You do that.
Yeah.
They should do that. So if they
There's so, dude, everything you can think of though, you can be made off of a simulator. Any kind of mundane job. I mean, that's all they sit there. All the suits and everything down in the office, okay, of the simulator company just sit there. And I've sent emails to them saying I will take any simulator game you have and I'll try it out and report back because I love them. But all they do is sit there and be like, what mundane task can we make somebody do for hours on end that they're going to get somewhere, but not all at once.
Right.
They're going to progressively grow. That's what I was talking about. Were you there when I had the conversation of the simulator, the car simulator or mechanic simulator that I'd like to see?
Yeah.
Man, if they'd start like that with that small engine and then end up with like airplane engines and, the big heavy machinery engines to where like the engine's bigger than you are kind of thing.
Yeah, because from what I saw you playing, they kind of focus on the big components, but they don't look at things like, like your relays or your O2 sensors or all that little stuff the little things that end up going bad. They always talk about the carburetor and the engine and that stuff gets
Well, as well as anybody, they have to code all that. So it's like, do we want to just make the finer parts like on an engine? You're gonna have all your your basic parts on the bottom. So you have your starter that's on the transmission that runs the that's in the right spot. You have your alternator and your water pump or whatever kind of car you have. And it has all the belt systems, and I think that's good. It's perfect for what they have.
Dude,
now
water pump. You ever try to take a water pump off a fan and it's rusted a little bit and it won't come off? And you got to do the whole thing where you take a vice grip and then you try to like...
You got to hold one in and then turn it.
Get all ghetto on it.
Then the wrench slips and then you fucking punch the frame or some shit and you got... Yeah, I know. I know. I've done that before and it hurts.
See, that's the kind of stuff, make a mini game out of it. Like, mash the buttons, but don't mash too hard or else you'll break it.
Before I troll us too much, guys, tonight on the show... I don't want
Wait,
to troll us too much.
Obi, can I make a request for simulator night?
Sure.
Will you please play Goat Simulator?
Oh, yes.
I will play that, and I own that.
And it has a multiplayer now. We could all play that together.
Because we can all play that together. That's
I'm down for a Goat Simulator night.
Holy shit!
It's probably gonna be like Tuesday because it's not something like it's just like Mondays and Wednesdays. Like I'm trying to spend as much time with my wife as I can while she's home. Sure. So it's like Tuesdays that in between day where I can just do a stream, and that's going to be simulator night. So, and I'm almost positive that it doesn't mess with anybody's stream or anything, but maybe some on all games. But their followers like them a lot more than me, so we won't have to worry about that.
Yeah. We could do like a 3-way stream event across our channels.
I'm down.
Very good. Well, I'm gonna need some. We do have the 2015 Geeky Antics 48-hour summer stream coming up.
Oh yeah, yep. And we gotta do more Tabletop Simulator and Cards Against Humanity. I know a lot of people have been asking about Cards Against Humanity.
We can play that tonight, dude, if you want to.
I don't know. I'm gonna see where we're at the end of the show. It's been a long week, but if we'll make it,
that's fine.
Yes.
I'll be playing afterwards, and I mean, I can just keep the stream going, and then we can play. So definitely, we can do all that. But let's get into the show, guys. We're gonna troll ourselves tonight. That's what we're out to do. Tonight on the show, we're throwing out format. What? We're throwing out the format. We can chat with our friend Kevin, just because he's only here for a little bit. So. E3 is coming, guys. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. Our MMOs are making a comeback alongside because our consoles. Our MMO is making a comeback because of consoles. I think I said that so fast I didn't even think about it. Maybe. But if you guys are new to the show, welcome to our silly party.
Woo!
HorsePLAY Live is where geeks come to play, and 9 times out of we get in trouble too. So this HorsePLAY Live is also the flagship talk radio show for Geeky Antics Network in collaboration with AllGames.com. Our show covers all the aspects of geek culture with a special focus on Indian strategy games, technologies, and god damn do we rant. If If we're not ranting, this is not Horseplay Live, for real. A lot of social issues that geeks face, and then the community events that we do. Now, sometimes you guys can get lucky, and we even talk about tabletop and retro gaming. Yeah, that's luck. But all the time we talk about food. So, just because. But, you know.
Food is good.
It is. Okay, why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about the show in general?
So it's a late night show. You know, by the end of it, by this hour, we're usually sleep deprived and I don't know, burnt out and delirious, I guess is the word. So the crazy things will happen. You know, we got some structure. We got a pretty lengthy show notes document, but to be honest, you know, it's more of a guideline. We don't really read from it. So
Not for me.
whatever. Okay, maybe for Ovi, yeah. Ovi needs the verbatim stuff, but
I have to read that shit.
But otherwise, we deviate a lot. Crazy things are said. You know, we're just having fun. Sometimes we just want to ruffle some feathers to get conversation going. We say some bold things, not to be controversial, but just to get people thinking and discussing, debating, you know? But we're open to all opinions, beliefs, and whatnot. You know, and we hope that everybody else keeps an open mind and just has fun with us, you know. The name of the show is HorsePLAY. Had nothing to do with horses.
Hey,
We're just having fun, shenanigans.
Big shout outs to the guy in Twitch, Dweller in the Cellar. I found my stream to get drunk too, dude. Thank you very much, man. That makes me happy.
I don't know. That could be a bad thing. Like, this really is depressing to me. I'm going to drink myself and my sorrows away.
So bad, I'm just gonna drink
no,
myself
he said,
into oblivion.
but he said finally, like finally, I found my stream to get drunk to just chillax because these guys are cool as shit. That's what he's saying. Come on, you can't read between the lines.
Ah, that's true. That's very good use of context clues.
Finally, I found my stream that I could get drunk to. I found a cool group of motherfuckers that just talk shit and have fun.
I could get down with that. I'd buy that. But yeah, that's the spiel. Have fun. Remember, we're just you know, we're just having a good time. That's it. Obi. Now I'm tinkering with something, so you gotta.
Yeah, exactly. Horseplay Live, guys, every Thursday, 11 p.m., 8 p.m. Pacific on Twitch channels Geeky Antics, which is right here, and over simulcasted on YogiZilla. Horseplay Replay now can be seen earlier on Thursday at 5 p.m. So next week, Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, you guys can go to allgames.com and listen to tonight's show if you miss any part of it. Or you guys can just check on Stitcher, Twitter. We want you guys to listen everywhere. So,
Yes.
and it gives us kind of a view, and we're moving up the ranks, which is awesome. But for now, guys, we want to get right into it with Kevin, the man, a co-host of the Worst Radio Show. Now on, I think I'm thinking right, but now on geekyantics.net. Right? Yes.
We were always
Am I being dumb?
simulcasted. Now we're like officially in the cool kids table.
So I'm not wrong. So good. Yes. He's here. But now I don't know, so I'm gonna let Yogi take it from here because and I'm gonna react where I see fit. So, Yogi, take it away, big boy.
Oh, we're gonna start it. We're gonna start it.
Take it away, sweetheart.
So it's time for our feature discussion. We're gonna skip the news for now because I know that if we don't do this now, it won't get done. And we value Kevin's time, his limited time, and I know he has a lot to talk about. This is his baby, Destiny.
We do.
Yeah, that's the title of this, Destiny Rebirth. Because I kind of see this, you know, I've seen a lot of podcasts that started off, they were like dedicated to Destiny, channels are dedicated to Destiny, and then they ran out of steam because they just got burnt down on it. You know, there's people complain there's lack of content, or just, you know, the game doesn't meet the hype. I'm enjoying it, but I see the opportunities, you know. I'm wondering how different it is for people that, you know, I've been talking to people that have been playing since day one and have quit, people that have played since day one and maybe took a break and came back to it. You know, and it kind of seems like with the House of Wolves expansion, they're finally going the right direction, what this game has to be, and it's a bit of a resurgence, we should say. Maybe like LL Cool J, don't call it a comeback. Been here for years, no. Well, it's been for a few months, but this game has only been around for what, 6 months now?
It came out in September of last year, so about 10 months.
Good lord, not even a year.
Yep. And they're already calling the original content vanilla, which I object to, but I don't really have a say in the matter, but yeah.
Dude, the elite, can we talk about that real quick? The elitism in any kind of MMO. I know that people don't want to call it, people will argue it's not an MMO. Alright, fine, I'm not going to get to the argument. But any MMO stylized game that has MMO mechanics in it, right?
Wait, Destiny is to an MMO.
Yeah, but we're not going to get to that debate, because that's going to keep us from the real meat and potatoes here. So we want to talk about Destiny from a perspective that is accessible to people that have been on the fence about it, and people that maybe are thinking about going back to it mainly. Because the people that are dedicated to the game, they're not gonna learn anything new here. Maybe they might want to join the conversation. That's different, but mainly for those people, I think we want to speak to them. But the thing about it is, it has the MMO mechanics, and it gets a little stale after a while, right? But
it's the mixture of the MMO, the RPG, and the FPS. They do all of it well, but they don't do all of it perfect. And I think the FPS fans get mad that it's not the perfect FPS. The RPG fans get mad it's not the perfect RPG, and the MMO fans get mad that it's not the perfect MMO. That's how I see it.
That's a very good thing. That's a very good perspective. But the thing about it, the main thing about it is with that, regardless what school of thought you come from, there's this whole that the elitism is across the board. The people that have been here since day one, I've noticed that. Even people that have also been here since day one, they're noticing that. Like someone's saying, "Oh, you're using I don't know what weapon my friend was using. It used to be like top tier weapon or the best weapon in the game, one of the best weapons in the game, the Aeon or something. I forget the name of it." And then some people were making fun of him, like, "That's a noob weapon." It's like, what? He was doing.
I mean, it depends, because now with the new expansion, you can upgrade any weapon to top tier stats. So the oldest weapons in the game are now, relevant, because you can get what's called etheric light, which is very difficult to get.
Yep.
And you can upgrade your weapons to 365 is basically the max damage stat right now that they have in the game. But as far as the community being, what was the word you used? I'm sorry.
Elitist?
Elitist? I think that exists in any game. The Destiny community on a whole is the only reason that we've had some seriously amazing streams. And the streamers that stream Destiny work together very, 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 very well. Probably better than any other game that I've seen. Again, I'm new to Twitch. I'm only Twitch for 9 months, 10 months now, so I'm sure that there's other communities out there, but from my experience, from what I've experienced right off the bat, the Destiny community, everybody backs each other up. Not everybody, but for the majority, everybody's jumping into games and helping people. And the top tier streamers, 2 of them came on our podcast 2 weeks ago, and they didn't have to. They just wanted to do something fun for the community. So in that aspect, I do have to disagree and say that I think actually kick ass compared to, I've been playing MMO since I'm 32, probably my early 20s, late teens. So.
No. My experience is it's kind of 50-50, but for the most part, compared to most MMOs, it's very inviting because most MMOs have a very, especially the longer they last, the more elitist it becomes. It's like, well, I've been here since vanilla. Wow, you just came here in the last 3-4 years, so you don't really know what you're doing. People like that. It's not a good user experience. Was that, Obi?
Like the people that play World of Warcraft?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I quit playing that fucking game.
Yeah, all they did was...
I'm going to tell you right now, people like Swifty and Bajira and Hotted, people that were there in vanilla, they're like, "Oh, we're better than you." Dude, you just been playing that much longer. I mean, I played as long as you have. Don't get me started on that. Go ahead.
And now they moved you out of the major cities and shoved you in a garrison, so it's like they took the whole social aspect out of it, and it's like you're alone for most of the time anyway, which kind of defeats the purpose of the entire game. But
they did. They did. It's just like, what's the point now?
Right. And I'm an ex-WoW player. I played WoW from BC all the way. I tentatively bought Pandaland, and I tentatively bought this one, and I'm just like, I'm kind of like, no, I'm done. This is just a waste of my money and time at this point.
I've been quitting since frickin' Lich King. Okay?
Is it harder to quit smoking, or is it harder to quit WoW? That's a
Well, I
great
still
question.
smoke.
But
Wow.
you don't play WoW.
WoW causes you to smoke.
No. It doesn't.
I'm kidding.
WoW
I'm
keeps you
kidding.
from smoking.
I guess you could lose track of time there. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the Destiny community goes, I haven't really encountered a community like this in Destiny. The closest I could get back to was the early Warhammer Online community, where everyone was super helpful. The PvP was great. It was a lot of fun. I don't remember a lot of jerks. That's really the only feeling I could relate it to as far as my video game experience.
You're being told, Obi, you can't smoke on stream. He just showed the cigarette. He didn't light it.
I can do whatever I want. Tell you the truth.
I mean, we're not partners, so we're not held to to those restrictions.
I do have one. That's why I didn't light it, dude. It's right here, bro.
Yeah. I mean, for me, everybody's falling on the vaporizer movement. It's funny, people that never smoked in their life are vaping. And now I feel dirty vaping. Like, I just can't get into it. I guess because I'm such a hipster, I can't do things when it's cool.
You're the ultimate hipster.
Yeah, like
Times where I just feel like a cigarette. Like, really. Like, right after I eat, on occasion, if I've had a rough game or something like that, I don't want to have a hit of vape. I want to...
yeah. I mean, I got mine. I got a pretty legit one too. Look at that tank. I think it's huge. But now, to be honest, I don't get the same satisfaction out of it. Like, it's cool. Oh, this tastes like Captain Crunch. Oh, this tastes like a caramel macchiato. But then it's the same kind of thing. But anyway, talk about Destiny. Let's get back to Destiny. Making me. But yeah, I agree. The community is great, and I think part of the thing there is that when you have a game that, to be honest, it falls short of so many expectations, because Bungie did not deliver on their promises. We got to be honest about that. It's a great game.
I 100% agree with you on that.
But because of that, the community has rallied together. Yeah.
I said that last week. What game delivered 100% on its promise pre-release?
I mean, yeah, that's across the board.
Thank you.
That's the thing across the board with all console games as a whole. But
Right.
most companies, it's a 50-50 split. But this is like a Peter Molyneux level of promising. Like, when you build something up that high, you gotta deliver to a certain level. They pulled a Peter Molyneux. Like, they were like, this is gonna be revolutionary. It's gonna change your lifestyle. You're gonna reconsider your faith and maybe get a sex change and all kinds of stuff. Like, like, they really made it seem like it was gonna be something that will transform you.
But as a guy that works in marketing, isn't that your job is to sell it to the people like it's going to change their life? It's not necessarily Bungie. It's probably more the marketing strategy and the marketing team.
I mean, I work in marketing too. You know, that's what I do for consulting.
Right. That's why I'm asking you. Isn't that the goal?
You know, my approach to marketing is more on an authentic route. I like, some people like the interrupt marketing where they just keep shoving something down your throat until you finally buy the lie, right? Mm-hmm. I prefer more of telling a story that's more authentic and easy to believe and builds trust. Now, you can have the hype, and we're to the point where you're not going to meet the hype because you're going to hype something up, and then people are going to make it bigger in their head. They're going to read between the lines, right? That's inevitable. But when you say something like, there's going to be a constant flow of new content in this game, it's going to be a fresh experience every day. And if you go back and read the original stuff they said, verbatim, that's the kind of stuff they were saying. That's not the situation now. I'm not.
No, it's definitely not, and I agree with you on that. But I charge you to find a game that's putting, or at least a console AAA game that's getting content out as quick as they are. We aren't even at the year mark, and we're already on expansion number 2. And next week they're going to announce expansion number 3, which rumor on the street is going to come out on the 1-year anniversary. Find me a game that's had a AAA game for console that's had 3 expansions in a year.
Yeah.
The list is short if there is even a list.
There's a flip side to that too. I mean, it's also about the quality of those expansions, right? You know, but we're not gonna get into that just yet because we need to. For the uninitiated, we should discuss what is Destiny because we have a few people. I think we have a couple people here that don't play Destiny and probably want to know what it's about. Or people that listen to the podcast, you know, whether you're on Twitch, you're on a podcast, whatever you're, or YouTube, you know, we're gonna break it down for you guys. So we're gonna break it down in a manner where whether you're casual, hardcore, or not really much of a gamer at all, you know, what is Destiny? Now, some will just say, what are they marketing it as now? A shared world shooter? Is that right?
Yeah, they never use the word MMO and they never use the word RPG. They call it a shared world first-person shooter with, I forget, they say something experience too when they say it. I can't remember what the adjective is, but...
yeah, like the experience talking about where you can make your own story, create your own story, yeah.
Something, and the whole become legend tagline that they throw on there too.
Yeah, I forget the exact verbiage there too. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I'm not gonna go down the MMO route again. It's a pseudo MMO. We'll just go say that.
Right. It's exactly. It's kind of an MMO. It's kind of an FPS. It's kind of an RPG. But it's the people that like those games are like, well, this isn't what I got promised. And you're like, well, no one ever said it was just that. It's a mixture of these other elements. And I think, you know, not to tail off because I know you're just trying to get the basic function of the game, but like that's where people that walk into it and waltz into it get upset. They're like, oh, well, I was promised this. Well, I don't know where you were promised that. It just has elements of that in it. So, but continue on explaining what the basic function of the game is or premise.
So I guess I could say to give people a baseline. I guess you could say it combines some of the best of breeds, kind of the best of breed technologies or systems or features from games like maybe Borderlands, right? Maybe Halo.
I think it's. I mean, yeah, and you guys were. I know you were going for me last week when you were kept saying Halo over and over again. So I had a week to think about this, and this is gonna ruffle feathers with the Geeky Addicts crowd, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Destiny is as much Halo as HOTS is as much League of Legends.
Wow. Okay.
So, how do you guys feel right now?
That's a powerful statement because when people say that, HOTS, is that League of Legends clone? And my heart just goes, ugh.
Well, everybody, that is Kevin from the Worst Radio.
It could not be a more different game.
But the way you feel about HOTS and the way people talk about it compared to League of Legends is the way I feel about Destiny when people talk about it being another Halo. Because all right, let's get it out of the way. Bungie made both games. I'm sure at one point the framework of this game was intended to be a Halo game. It would be a waste of time and resources to write a whole new IP and not take some of what you were originally doing when Microsoft screws you out of, you know, what you created originally. So I'm sure they were like, all right, we have to make this a shooter. It should be a space shooter since I'm sure we have, you know, a lot of the work done for it. So what next? And then that's where it ends. Obi, you said something last week that the guns look like Halo guns. Actually, one of the reasons I play this game is because I don't think they look like futuristic, stupid.
You guys, did you hear the whole thing? Because I said more than that. I said last week. This is something that Destiny is a game that I would play if I owned an Xbox One. I would.
Yes, you said that.
I definitely would play that game, just because it has those Halo aspects to that. Not the whole game. It's just a recycled Halo game. Because I didn't say that. I said there are certain mechanics in the game, the way the character looks with the curve and the lines of the character look the same as what a Halo lines would look like with the Chief or whoever you're playing as. I don't fucking know because I didn't play Halo. But still, the guns that I did play a little bit, but the guns that I'm not gonna say every single gun has it. But it's the aspect of it. Not it looks like, because not really any guns in Destiny look exactly like the Halo gun. I'm talking about like the lines, basically the art that's in the game, the graphics that's in the game.
Sure.
They basically pulled aspects away from Halo as well from there, and that's why you have the lookalikes. But then to some people, that doesn't look anything like it.
I would say
I'm not saying it's a remake because yes, Bungie is the creator of it. I mean, of course they're going to use stuff to where they don't have to spend a month or 2 months doing this one thing when it's already done.
Right,
like you said. I'm not bashing the game.
No, I'm not saying. Yogi was doing it on purpose to goad me to get angry. I know it because the second the episode was on, he's like, "Yo, I uploaded the episode. You should check it out." What's up with Destiny?
I did do that.
To it on my way home from work, and I'm like, "This fucking guy. Look at him. He's poking the hornet's nest." The guns to me in this game feel more like a Call of Duty than anything else, honestly, because they are based more in a realistic sense. The look of them, yeah, some of them are, Yogi, like the Queen's weapons. They're like purple and colored and all stuff, which almost gets that CSGO skin type of situation going on. But for the most part, they fire like normal weapons. You have your sniper rifle, you have your shotgun, your auto rifle. The cool thing that I love is they added hand cannons.
But they have like the bullet trail, like that.
That's the hand cannons.
Out of like when you're doing a sniper rifle, just like Halo, the bullet trail is still there. That's what I'm saying. Some aspects of it were brought over because it was already done and it looks fucking cool as shit.
Right.
When I'm shooting a sniper rifle and I see that bullet trail, and I played Halo before, I'm like, oh shit, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So that I can see where my bullets are going. I mean, little things like that is making the game better.
Right, and that I can absolutely get behind.
I'm mad at you, Yogi.
What did I say?
You threw my ass under the bus, motherfucker. I hate you.
Well, the only other thing you said, Obi, that bothered me was the PvP comment you made. You said it seems whoever has the better gear, kind of just rules the arena.
That was from somebody in chat.
Oh, okay.
Hence me saying beforehand, chat says.
Oh, okay. See, I don't listen to anything Obi says. It's just.
Though you said that yourself. Like you said, if you go into Iron Banner under gear, they're gonna get destroyed and don't even bother trying.
That's what I was about to say. The PvP aspect of this game, there's a tournament monthly called the Iron Banner. When you play regular PvP, it squashes everything. The level 1 and the level 30 don't have any advantage or disadvantage. They are on the same level. Yogi would disagree, but.
Because the weapons traits are still active and your abilities are still active. So
the only weapons traits that are still active, if you're using an exotic or a legendary and you have a perk on it, that's the only thing that you get. So if you
can make a difference.
Oh, absolutely! But you earned that exotic, you got it. Like, why shouldn't you be able to use at least just that?
For example, I had a scout rifle that has explosive rounds, and people kept hiding behind walls. I just kept shooting the floor next to them and killing them. It was great.
Yeah, but I have a rocket launcher with this perk called Spray and Play, and basically it's a 1-round rocket launcher. But with the perk, there's barely any reload time, so it basically makes it that it's a 5-round rocket launcher at that point. That perk would still be active, but the damage it does, the increased damage in PvE, it does not exist in regular PvP. Now, the monthly tournament called the Iron Banner, they throw all that out the window and they're like, go kill yourselves, and you get cool things because of it. So it's an added perk to the game to go in the Iron Banner tournament, and you get an emblem, you get shaders so your armor can look pretty, because everyone wants to accessorize and be fashionable in this game.
And you can't change your hair!
Yes, we'll get to that. Don't worry. I know you said that. But with that, you can basically show off, say, hey, I was in the Iron Banner and I did very well. Or you can do what's called the Trials of Osiris. They added this patch. Trials of Osiris is a tournament that goes from Friday to Tuesday every week. It's 3-on-3 elimination, and it's brutal. You can basically you have to buy into it with in-game money. It's a ticket you purchase.
Yeah.
And when you go in, you have to win 9 rounds. The rounds are best of 7, and you have to win 9 rounds. If you win 9-0, you get other special prizes. If you lose 3, you're out for the week. You cannot come back till next week. Yep. As far as PvP goes, I think they've come up with some original ideas to, shape and use PvP in that aspect. As far as what, I don't know if it was the chat or Obi or whatever, whoever said it, but yeah, it's. I think PvP is actually better than most games that I've played in that aspect.
Yeah, it still comes down to skill. That's the most important thing. But yeah, Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris you probably want to avoid until you get to a certain point.
I did trials 1 week. The suspensions. This is the 4th or 3rd week. I can't remember. Out, and I did trials 1 week. I got absolutely. I went 0-3. I got ripped apart.
Yeah.
So even for the casual Destiny player like myself, I mean not casual. I'm probably moderate at this point. You will get your ass kicked if you're not, and you can't matchmake in trials. You have to walk in with a team of 3. So it's very competitive in that aspect.
Yeah. The Trials of Osiris is where you're gonna get to try hard. So don't go there to play casually.
That's it. I'm gonna go buy an Xbox One now and get Destiny, and you guys are gonna carry me and get me all the gear that I need, and we're gonna go in that trials. And
Well, me at least, because Kevin hasn't gotten it for Xbox One yet. He has on a PS4.
I'm still trying to get my shit in order on PS4 before I get it for Xbox One.
Yeah. I don't blame you. But hey, there's one less weapon to worry about getting in the game. We don't have the Hawk Moon.
I'm just kidding, by the way.
You don't have Hawkmoon, you don't have Fourth Horseman, you don't have what's the one I have? I have Monte Carlo. You don't have Monte Carlo either.
Oh yeah.
Those are all PlayStation, and you don't have a few of the strikes. And really quick on that, I think that's bullshit. I think everybody should get what they paid for. I don't like PlayStation, Xbox exclusive, but that's less of a Destiny conversation and more of a
that's Bungie. Bungie and Microsoft, they're both wrong in this situation. The politics between them since like 2007, 2008. It's been long standing, and they're just taking pot shots at each other whichever way they can. Yeah. So that was their way of saying, well, screw you, Microsoft, but they're screwing the consumer, their fans, ultimately, the people that have been there since day one. So, stupid move.
It's awful. I find it really.
And I have to say, the expansions on the Xbox side are really light.
Well, Dark
because
Below
of that.
In general is light. It wasn't the best expansion. There wasn't much to it. We got a raid, and the raid was broken immediately. They fixed some of it, but it's still like the raid is called. What the hell is the raid called? I forget what it's called. But the final boss is this guy Crota, and he was so hard on hard mode. Hard mode for. Let me explain how a raid works. Raid is 6 guys. It's a fire team of 6. You go in, and it's like any other game with a raid. You kill a bunch of bosses. You cannot die. If your team wipes in hard mode, you will go back to what's called orbit, which is basically back to the beginning of the raid. You still have to kill those bosses over again, but you will not get loot again. So the stakes are very high in hard mode raiding. Crota hard mode, when it first came out, was a nightmare because his mechanics changed every time you did the fight. There was no way to learn the fight. He would be in a different spot at different times. And at first glance, you're like, oh, that's cool. But then you're like, how am I supposed to learn? Like, how am I supposed to play along? How am I supposed to figure out what's going on?
And those ads!
Oh, the ads in there are terrible. And then,
good lord.
That, like, after phase 2, the ogres are going to come out, and they're going to kill all of you. And then you're going to go back to orbit. Like, who the hell is going to want to go through all of that again? Now people are doing Crota in, 20 minutes flat, no questions asked. Streamers like King Gathalion and Professor Broman can solo it. But that's now. But then, my God, I remember the first day, those 2 guys, their group was in there for, I think, 16 hours trying to figure out the fight before they downed him in hard mode. So, but Dark Below was light. I know you have issues with the currency too.
There's a lot. Like, the new user experience is overwhelming. The only reason I was able to keep up is because I've been listening to podcasts like yours, keeping up with it, and educating myself along the way. But, like, if I came into this brand new, never played a MMO, never played something like this before, and didn't do a research, didn't buy a strategy guide, I'd be overwhelmed with all the different kind of currencies there is. Oh, it's crazy.
I mean, Yogi, you can, Obi, you can appreciate it coming from WoW. It's basically like the marks from every expansion, how they changed, Valor, Judgment, tokens, everything, every expansion, there was a new thing
that got annoying as shit.
Yeah, and it's no less annoying in Destiny. That's one of Yogi's points. I was like, yep, I can't stand that there's so many different things. I kind of understand why they did it because of the different, at this point, it's not really tiers anymore because you can upgrade anything to max level.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like you said, like, okay, now I got to grind this. Well, now I need this token. There was a token for the new exotic weapons. what the hell is it called? I can't even remember off the top of my head but like people are having it drop, and I'm like, oh, what is that? Oh, that's for the new exotics. Oh, it's not a bounty. Like no, you get this token now, and then you choose which one. It's just like, okay.
Oh, I think what you're talking about.
Linear. You can't like change everything every expansion and expect us to be able to keep up, especially if you're pumping out the content every 3 months. But,
The exotic bounties seem to be dropping more often too now. They seem to be triggering more now.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten one in a while. I have one in my inventory that I refuse to do until I get a main hand weapon with void damage, but that's a whole other story.
Oh, it's Crucible based, isn't it?
Yeah, and I need to get 5 points for a kill with a void weapon, and you get 3 points for death, no matter what. So I basically need to get a main hand void weapon, which there's only like 3 of them in the entire game. So, and you know my luck with RNGesus, he hates my guts. That's another thing you touched on, Yogi, is the RNGesus aspect. RNGesus, that's what we call him. It's RNG.
Which yeah, random name that comes from random number generator, folks. What it means is just it's programming talk, but basically what it means is random as hell.
Yeah, I mean it's for a guy like me that has no luck in these situations. It's been awful. For my friend Chef Wayneface, who they're streaming on our channel right now and doing one of the hardest, probably the hardest fight in the game right now. They would say otherwise. They would say that they're extremely happy with the situation, that they've been blessed many times, and yeah, they're happy. But that to me takes away from the skill aspect of the game and just kind of hands stuff to people, which I'm not crazy about. But at the same time, I understand why it's there. There's no in-game trading. There's none of that polluting the game. So,
I mean, I got a Gallowhorn, and my friend's been playing since day one. He pre-ordered the game, has been playing almost nonstop. I don't think he even took I think he took like maybe a month-long break, kind of like you did.
Yep.
After he played the 3 hours of Dark Below, and then got bored with the game again.
All too well.
So yeah, and today it dropped my first run on Prison of Elders, and I got it, and he thought I was joking, and then he inspected me. He's like, "You motherfucker, I hate you right now."
And for those who don't know, Prison Elders is basically the new dungeon in the game, for lack of a better word, and they made it 3 different levels of difficulty. There's the max level in the game is 34. There's 32, 34, and 35. I'm sorry, 4. There's 28 too. 28's like the grind level though. And that's basically it's 4 different rooms, and there's I think 6 different bosses. We haven't even seen all the bosses yet.
Yeah, this week is Skolas, isn't it?
Skolas is every week in 35. He's basically the raid boss of the game for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Skolas is the guy. He's always the boss in 35, but the boss has changed in 32, 34. And like this week, the 32 boss is harder than the 34 boss. Because there's always different modifiers. Yogi, you could probably explain that too. I don't want to be the only one talking. I feel like I'm chewing everybody.
The modifiers I love because it reminds me of Unreal Tournament back in the days, where you had all these different things that they used to call mutators, where they would change the way the game plays, and it was a way to add more challenge. Well, Halo had them too with the skulls. There were skulls that would make it. There was fun skulls that were like the fun skulls would be the ones that you'd activate to make it so that when you killed certain enemies, they'd explode into confetti. And then there were the hard skulls like, oh, less drop ammo drop, or guns do half damage, or you die with 1 hit, stuff like that. So that's kind of what they do with the modifiers, where like they have one like grounded. If you go up in the air, you take more damage, or what's the solar burn? Solar damage does more damage.
Burn, arc burn, void, but that's a 2-way street too.
Yes,
you can do more damage with.
But so can they if they have it.
The main elemental damage modifiers in the game is solar, arc, and void, and you can get most of your weapons have one of those on them. Most primaries don't, but some do. So when it's solar burn, all your solar weapons, do massive damage, but any solar damage you take increases greatly.
And solar abilities too, don't they?
Yep, solar specials.
Yeah.
So the golden gun with the hunter, The Sunsinger, I forget what his move is. Well, he's got Radiance. He can come back to life, so that doesn't really count. But,
Oh, I know. He can spam grenades like crazy.
Yes, that too.
That comes in really handy.
Yeah.
Wait, do you main a Warlock? I thought you did like a Titan or a Hunter.
My main is a Titan. I have one of each class. I was actually one of the first people to do that. Everybody was making like 3 of the same class so they could farm certain mats and get to a max level quicker. I was like, well, I want to have fun, and everyone's like, "What? You want fun?
Yep.
No, you gotta get the mats and get max level." And I'm like, but I want to experience the whole game. And people are like, you can't. No, this is crazy. And then when everyone got bored with Dark Below, like, oh, I'm gonna delete my other characters and make one of each class. And I said, that's what I told you, assholes. Whatever.
Yeah, I love how everybody's acting like this is like the revelation of a century. Is like people have been doing this. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
I did it in the beta to see if I liked the classes. So, and I do that with any MMO. Is I want to experience the game, so I'm gonna make one of each class and see what the hell's going on. Yeah, the 3 classes are Hunter, Warlock, and Titan, and for all intents and purposes, outside of having special moves and jump mechanics and different grenades, there's not any difference. Like, not one class can wield one weapon better than the other one. You can use whatever loadout you want. It's not going to affect you. Which
the Titans got more survivability, and
Well, yeah, he's got the stronger armor, but the Hunter's quicker. They can do the invisible thing. It's your normal. The Warlock has the.
But you can pretty much outfit them. What you're saying is that you can pretty much outfit them whichever way you want. Like
any
if you
loadout you want goes with anybody. You are not restricted to a certain loadout because of a certain class.
Though for whatever reason, people are really keen on those hand cannons, and I'm the weirdo that runs the scout rifle.
You don't like them?
I like the hand cannon, but I want to be the guy that just says I'm gonna run that scout rifle and do cool things.
I like the scout rifle. Did you get Mida multi-tool yet?
Not yet. I've seen it though. I've seen the specs.
Mida's basically as fast as you can click it, it goes scout rifle.
Well, yeah, the one I have, I'm like as fast as I could do that. It's crazy.
But Mida's an exotic. It does massive amounts of damage too.
Yeah. Well, I want to backtrack a little bit. 'Cause I know you got to get going soon, but I think they righted a lot of their wrongs by making it so that all the stuff they did before, they tied it all together with the new currencies and the ability to ascend any weapon, any legendary and up, right? You could ascend it.
Any legendary you want can be ascended. You just need to get this little thing called Etheric Light,
which is super rare. But at least now, that old gear that you have that people used to laugh at now is relevant, and you might have some good stats on there.
Once you get to max level 34, now you're like, okay, now I got to start working on my guns. I got to get my guns ascended. All right, now I want a gear loadout for, PvP. I can ascend that now. So it's just like any MMO. Once you get to max level, you can start working on the next thing. And the ability to do that. Also, they kind of skirted the problem of people yelling for transmogrification. Now you don't need that. You want to wear something? Well, ascend it and wear it. So they made it that you can kind of be who you want, dress how you want, do what you want, have whatever perks you want. We're not going to restrict you, but you do need to get the Etheric Light, which is not easy to get. But also, you get a guaranteed one a week when you do 34 Prison of Elders. Now, if you have 3 34s, you're doing it 3 times a week. You're getting 3 of those Etheric Lights per week minimum.
Same thing you do with the strange coins too. If you want to buy the stuff from Zur.
Right. Zur is a merchant who comes once a week. He sells 1 exotic weapon and 1 exotic gear piece for each class, and he sells them for this currency called strange coins, which you can earn throughout the week. And then he sells like ammo synthesis to reload, or if you're out of ammo on the battlefield, you can just pop one of them with a 5-minute CD, so on and so forth.
You'll need those for raids. You'll burn through ammo.
We were doing 32 PoE last night with that crazy boss, and Pete X Jr. was yelling at me because I had no heavy ammo synth, and we basically needed to blast the boss to oblivion, and I'm out of ammo, and he's like, losing his shit on me, but
Yeah, because all the servitors give him all the shields stack on top of each other, don't they?
yep.
Yeah, I saw that. Our first run, I said, I see where this is going. We just heavy weaponed him to the face and shotted him to the face to kill him before all those ads, like, just whatever.
He feeds off of them and gets his life back, but you also have to kill that VIP that's padding around the room. So basically, one person's got to leave, hope that they have max level Galahorn or something to go get the VIP and solo it, while the other two are doing damage to the boss, so he's not full health when the guy comes back.
Yeah, it's craziness. But yeah, let's talk real quick about the level progression system. I think that's one of the things. Well, the leveling and the overall progression system of it. I think that's one of the things that's kind of interesting, because you kind of tap out at level 20, so that's kind of good. Because if you want to start those alts, as you suggested, it's less daunting to say, oh, all I need to do is get it up to level 20. That's easy.
Right.
Then the other part of that is getting the proper gear and then getting light. But
light is a stat on your gear.
Yeah, and light takes the place of
your gear.
Right, and light. But it isn't the way it works. The light plus stat is basically what your cap is up to that point, right?
Yes, whatever light you have on your gear is what there's a number attached to it. I don't know what the number is to get to 34 off the top of my head, but whatever light you have is how you upgrade through the levels. So it's not like a grind once you hit 20 to get to 34. As far as XP goes, it's a grind trying to get gear and then upgrading that gear to get more light to get to max level. It's pretty unique. I don't know as much about video games as you guys do. I don't know of a system. I've never seen one similar to that. Do you guys know of any, or is it a unique system that they kind of came up on their own?
There are. In Anarchy Online, they had a thing where there was a character class where you use tattoos. You put tattoos on your body, and those were your buffs, and it kind of became an extension. You would twink. So once you reach your caps, that's how you would try to use those, like, get buffs from other classes and then get better tats on you, and then they become permanent part of you. And it was kind of the same kind of concept. And there's been other games that have done it, but it's still pretty unique the way they do it. Mm-hmm. Now the thing about it, how does the orbs of light like when you go into these matches, it says generating orbs of light. Like, what's that business about?
Well, collecting the orbs gets you your special quicker. As far as emanating orbs, there's certain builds, because just like any MMO, Destiny characters have, builds that you can create. There's certain builds that generate more orbs. So if you're in, let's say you're doing Trials of Osiris, the PvP thing, and you have a Warlock, and you want to keep his Radiance. Radiance, basically, guys, is a self-res. So all three of you can be eliminated. You could be dead. The counter could be going down to 1, and the Warlock could just resurrect himself and start the match again.
Yep.
So let's say you want to build a Titan companion to him that's generating orbs. You do a certain build, and the orbs would keep popping, so the guy would know because they don't leave the map, so they're there the whole time, and you can't pick them up if your special is full. So you could always go back and grab the orbs if you want to, and get your Radiance back up. So you could res in case your group wipes or something along. You do it in PvE too. If in a raid, you can just resurrect the same way.
Yeah. Because I remember at first I thought that those orbs of light were part of the light mechanic. Like, so I need light. Is this light plus thing the maximum? And then I have to get the orbs of light to fill myself up. That's what I thought at first, because no one explained it to me. Then I figured out, that's to fill up my super, because I was seeing the bar go up. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
See, that would have been neat, though, if the orbs of light were part of that. Like, the orbs of light took place of experience.
I think that would have been a great idea. That would have been a fun mechanic as far as doing it. But then you're just going back to it's kind of an XP grind. I think they wanted to keep it gear related and less XP. Because, like, if I move my gear around now, I will not be 34. I'll be 31 on the character I'm on, just because I have to level some stuff on him. So the gear's important.
Yeah, it's weird. I did that by accident one time. I switched gloves out, and I went from like 31 to 29. Now I'm 32, by the way. Yay!
Congrats on that. And you're upset about the cosmetic end of it, and I'm not crazy on the cosmetics in this game because you got a helmet on and you're in first person view 90% of the time.
Yeah.
But for the sake of people that do want to change their appearance, I say, you know what, when the Taken King comes out, why the hell can't you?
Yeah, it's a simple little bone they could throw us. I mean, I would even go further and say I think that the next expansion should be free, considering all the crap that people have been through.
Well, they can't really do that. Well, what do you mean by crap they've been through? Like,
all the stuff that they made,
hasn't been that bad.
I don't know. I think they should reward the people that have been there since day one.
This next expansion, you know, is as large as the original game, right?
Yeah, that is true.
You can't give away. That's like giving away a $60 game.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. That this is gonna be a massive expansion. So that's what I was hoping these other expansions would be like, not these supplemental things. Like these. Well, maybe not.
They basically, if you look at the leak timeline, it says two expansions, and then like a 1.5 situation. 2 expansions, and then the next game will come out. So basically, every game is going to go by that formula. So it's like a 2, and then you hit the half mark with this large content upload, and then 2 little guys, and then you go to the next game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's kind of the formula which they're abiding by. And also, you guys said last week it's a 5-year plan. It's actually, they have a 10-year plan for this game.
Yeah. The 10-year plan for the overall franchise. But I'm saying I think they should write out Destiny itself for 5 years and build up that world and get that right before they make a Destiny 2.
The rumor on the street is they want to be done with PS3 and Xbox 360 for Destiny 2. So I think that's why we're getting such like a 2-year turnaround time.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, current gen or previous gen, sorry, party's over. We're gonna focus on current gen completely now.
Yeah, I get that, but I hate when people make excuses for developers. Say, oh, they're limited because they have to support all the platforms. Like, stop it.
How about any chances of doing cross-platform with PC?
Well, when King Gathalion went to Bungie and people were asking him, like, well, was there any news about PC? He didn't say no. He said they wouldn't answer me. So take that however you want to as far as Destiny on the PC goes. But
well, and this is coming from, I'm PC Master Race, you know that. But
I know.
I mean, if this were to come out on PC, this would be a game that I would make sure I'm ready to get day one, because
I think the line would be pretty long for PC if this game came out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And there's people like I don't know if you guys know Streamer House. They use keyboard mouse for this game because it does support keyboard and mouse. So the technology's there. It's just the port that needs to be done at this point. I don't know why they haven't done it, and their lips are tightly sealed, and they haven't said no. So it kind of leads me to believe.
Yeah, that means in the near future we're gonna have a copy for PC.
Or Destiny 2 will be on PC. Those are the two.
Well, and the reason I say that is because I really hope it does, because it's one of those games to where, like War Thunder, that it was put out for Xbox and PlayStation could play. It's free to play. I'm not saying this has to be free to play, but if you give that, I mean, Destiny will grow. I mean, Destiny's popular just because of the gameplay, just because of the little bit of MMO, the little bit of RPG, the little bit of this, little bit of that makes the whole game a great game. So if they add that to the PC, like you said, there's going to be a long-ass line just to get the game.
Right.
I'll be one of them, tell you.
No, I think they would have a ton of success if they did the PC version of the game. I just think they didn't. I don't think, and I think it goes back to the Halo thing. I don't think they ever planned for it to be on PC when it was whatever it was. The little known fact is if you played ODST, there was a Destiny Easter egg as early as ODST. There's a poster, I forget where it was, with the Earth and it's called the Traveler, that little white orb around the Earth, and it says "Seek your destiny" on the poster or something along those lines. So this idea or something has been there for years. I don't know if the writing on the wall with Microsoft was there back then, but like they've been working on this longer than I think everyone thinks they have. Or maybe it was always their backup plan type of situation.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they do make it because it's just that many more. Bungie's gonna shoot up the ladder in developers.
I
If
also
they
don't know
do
if
it that
it'd be
way.
cross-platform. I could definitely see it Xbox, PC, and obviously that's usually the way
Yeah.
Well,
the
that's
talk
what.
goes. But it'd never be PS4, Xbox, and PC. They'll never. But you also got to
No,
remember they pissed
we don't
Microsoft.
need. We don't need. No, they didn't. Did they? They did piss Microsoft off. Never mind.
Well, more so Microsoft pissed them off than they pissed Microsoft off. So that could be the other reason why they're holding the whole PC situation hostage is they're we're caught in the middle of a
Maybe they're
pissing
going
war.
PC Master Race. But what's that gonna do to all the people that got Destiny 1 and now they can't play it? Whoa! Now they can't play it on Xbox anymore because Destiny done pissed off Microsoft, or vice versa. What's gonna happen to that? How much money are they gonna lose?
I'm sure
Yeah.
they've already. I mean, the Xbox One version. Again, going back to it, it's not fair that Yogi and I paid the same amount for this game, and he's getting less. I don't think that's cool. It just pisses me off. How many more units would you have sold on Xbox if you just put in the shit that you already designed for the game? That's the way I see it. You didn't. I don't think you sold more on PS4. Maybe the few people that have both, like me, yeah, maybe you'd get it on PS4. But the decision to get it on PS4 for me was more because that's where my friends are, not so much. Oh, I'm getting all this bonus crap. It's just like that's where my boys are. That's where I'm gonna play.
Yeah, bonus weapons is okay, but bonus missions, that's stupid because they're already light on that as it is. I mean, they recycle the same like 5 maps, and it's like okay. I mean, some of them are big, but
You are missing 3 strikes, I think, and I just think that's that the other thing that sucks for us is those can never be every week the hardest they bump up a strike to the hardest level and put a bunch of modifiers in it and call it the Nightfall, and then there's a one with 2 modifiers in it. It's called the Heroic, and they're like super difficult. They do them every week. They change, but
Yeah.
those missions can never be the Nightfall and the Heroic because the Xbox users can't get them.
yeah.
So there's that whole aspect of it too, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's disappointing because I watch most of the people that I watch stream Destiny are on PlayStation 4, and I'm like, I haven't seen this before. Did I not unlock this yet?
I get that all the time while I'm streaming. Like, oh, what are you doing? I've never seen this. I guess I never got it. And I'm like, do you play on Xbox? Like, yeah. I'm like, I regret to inform you that you got screwed.
Yeah, because Bungie was being the big baby about it. I mean, I see. I like Bungie. I like Microsoft, but they're both being babies. Like, well, you're a poopy head. I'm gonna do this to you. Well, you know what? I'm taking my ball. I'm going home, man.
Yep, that's them.
It's like, come on. Like, think about the fans. Just get over yourselves.
Fans, that's a novel concept.
Yeah, don't get me started.
I don't want to bore your crowd with Destiny all night, but I'll stick around for a little while. We can talk about some other stuff.
All right. I mean, yeah, because I know we had a lot of notes here to know we're gonna get through all of this.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm used to not getting through show notes. You should see the people I work with on a weekly basis.
Well, the one thing I would say for people that are on the fence, and for they may be PC gamers and may be waiting for it to come on the PC for the day that it does. Who knows? Do you think this game does it cater more for the PvE experience or PvP?
I think there's enough for both now, especially with this expansion. They just added the elimination, like you and I were talking about off the air.
Yeah.
And they always throw stuff in there like that. But I would say both. The PvPer will be happy, but I think the least happy person, as shocked as he may be, is the FPS player because they don't understand the whole MMO aspect of the game.
Yeah, but I think a Halo player or even a Call of Duty player, if they have at least a friend that could explain how the gear works and stuff, and they might have trouble at first, but as far as the mechanics go, they'll be pretty good. Because it's pretty fast paced when you do PvP.
Yeah, it's literally no joke. Especially, like I said, those tournaments. That's where things get wildly out of control.
Yeah.
But the Game of the Year edition's probably going to come out sold with the expansions when this this new content drops in September. So, if you're on the fence, maybe wait, buy it all at once, and try all the old stuff. It's going to take you a month to get through some of the old stuff, maybe 2-3 weeks if you're playing constantly. But and people are helpful. There's no in-game matchmaking as far as raids go and stuff like that. So there's websites that people build, and everyone's been pretty nice. You get your normal trolls, you get your normal assholes, but for the most part, everybody's cool. And I highly recommend checking out the Destiny channel if you are interested, because there's a lot of good streamers in there. If you like the bigger streamers, check out Gathalion. He's probably the funniest and probably one of the better ones. And if you like smaller streamers, check out guys like Broskian or Jukebox. They're all Leah Loves Chief is another good one. They're all positive people in the community, and they've all stooped to the worst radio show's level and said hello to us and dropped into our streams and stuff.
Nice. No, and I'm excited about the future, the third expansion coming up, because I know that they're adding the third subclass for each class, so everybody will be able to deal each type of damage. The Arc, Void, and Solar. So that's cool. We're gonna be able to fight Oryx, supposedly the father of Crota.
That to me is like pop and kill Jaden into World of Warcraft. It's like too soon.
Yeah, that is. It does feel like it's too soon. Like, yeah, you're busting your load too soon. Like, what about the Cabal? Like, they need a little more backstory with them, a little more content with them.
Nobody likes the Cabal because they're such a bitch to fight.
That's true. I know that people are like, oh my god, the moment they make like a whole like story like quest line with the Cabal and a raid with this Cabal only, I'll kill myself. Like, damn.
Yeah, I said on Podcast Infinity 2 weeks ago, we were talking about speculating basically, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to see some Cabal in there, and they all jumped down my throat and were like, no Cabal, no Cabal expansion, absolutely not. We do not want to fight the Cabal. It's gonna be so annoying.
But they're big targets. They're easy to hit.
Yeah, but they hate the shields and they're bullet sponges. They can take so much damage.
Yeah. But they did say there's a new race coming out, supposedly. So
The Taken, that's what the Taken King is. But I think
Yeah.
it's just going to be reskinned Hive, but that's just my take on it. We actually just talked about it on the podcast tonight.
yeah.
I think it's just going to be reskinned Hive, which could be cool, but I think you're going to move like the Hive, act like the Hive. I don't think you're going to see much in the way of new mechanics or anything, but they might look a little different.
Did this start finally adding more diversity to each class? Because each of those races, they were all the same few units. Like, you had the sniper unit, you have the shotgun unit, and you got the grunts. That's it. And then
I mean, even now, they're like some of these guys in the House of Wolves, the actual wolves. Some of them do, like, they added the Scorch captains that have those big cannons that are a real pain if you're trying to solo it. So they're reskinning them a little bit and giving them some new abilities. So they are keeping up with it. But again, the content's rolling out every 3 months. I don't expect them to reinvent the wheel every month.
Yeah. So there you have it. Overall, I think that the game has some great replay values. It has to be played with friends. It's great to have people to talk about it with. This is not something you want to experience solo. Like, the fact that I get to be part of these water cooler conversations, that's what makes it fun for me. It's like, we get to share little anecdotes like, oh, I was doing this mission and I accidentally fell off a cliff and it reset. Ha, that's funny. And
yeah, I mean, if anybody's playing on PS4 and they need our help, or they want to get into it and they don't know where to start, just pop into the stream. And I play with viewers all the time. Yogi, I'm sure you've seen me playing with viewers. Unless our little 4-man team has something planned, I'm always down to hang out with viewers, do low-level stuff. I don't mind. I'm there to have fun. I am not an elitist prick like some other people on Twitch.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. It's welcome the new gamers, because without a player base, games die off. This welcome people, help them out. I've actually had good luck, like inviting random people into my fire team. Now that when I see low-level people and I see they have a low Grimoire score, I'm like, oh, this isn't an alt for this person. They're just starting out. I'll invite them to the fire team and help them out with their missions and stuff. And they're like, oh, thanks, man. I was struggling with this thing, And I love that feature where you could actually inspect the person, see what they're up to, and say, oh, they're doing this thing. They might need a hand with this, because I know what's coming up. You know, so the groundwork is there. I'm excited to see what they do with it. So that's Destiny in a nutshell, guys. Obi, I'm sorry. Are you still awake? He's doing the Stevie Wonder over there.
I was actually thinking about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then watching Carlton just doing that. Not unusual to be loved. Yeah. I was having a party in my own head, so we're good.
I'm sorry that we couldn't bring a party here, IRL, for you.
No, dude, it's all great. I had a party in my own head. That's the thing I was talking about. I already had a plan.
Wait, you just made me think of... was that the Eddie Murphy song? The Party All the Time?
All the time is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it.
I want to party all the time. That one.
So I just pictured Obi singing that, and I don't know. That was a weird visual in my head. I don't know.
Nah, he was Tom Jones in it over there.
Well, he said it's not unusual, but then he started saying "party" in my head, and then I just went into Eddie Murphy. Weird tangent, very weird tangent. I know. So we got a little bit of news to discuss this week. Do you have any news, Kevin? You want anything you think is noteworthy?
E3 is next week. I'm super stoked, and it's like both of my podcasts are scheduled perfectly around E3, not on purpose, and I'm super happy about that. So is yours.
Yeah, it starts on. They do
Tuesday to Thursday.
Yeah, so it's the 15th through the 18th.
Yep. Does that sound right? That doesn't sound right. Why does that sound right? The 16th through the 18th.
Yeah. Oh no, 16th through the 18th. 16th through the 18th. Yeah. And some people may say that's a weird time. Why are they doing that? Because E3 is not for the gamers. It's not for the players. It's for the shareholders, the suits, and the game and the big people, the corporations. It's not for us. Let's be honest. It used to be for us, but it isn't anymore.
It's for them, but they're gonna pretend it's for us, and we're gonna eat it all up.
Lord Rock just said a black spot on my mic made me think that I had a bug on my. Oh yeah, I should probably cover that up.
Burn it.
That is
On his mic. I thought he meant his mic.
Wait, can I put something in there? Maybe a Q-tip or something? Let me see. Now it has a penis. How's that look?
Oh, I gotta pull up the feed now. I'm watching my boys get their asses wiped by the Fallen right now.
I'll leave it in there for you, Kevin. So, you know, E3, yeah, I think the company's actually playing smart because they're realizing that they need to have the announcements before E3 and then solidify them, reinforce them during E3. So I you know, a lot of people were talking about, you know, Fallout 4. Oh, they blew their load too soon. But Bethesda has a lot more stuff, especially now that they have the ID properties as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Doom 4, definite. Especially they keep reminding people, oh, you have beta access. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Don't forget you have beta access. So, yeah, it's gonna be coming sooner. People realize they play. I think they play that smart. Now I may be in a minority, but I would like to see a Rage 2. I'm one of the weirdos that like that game. I actually quite loved it, especially all the little mini games in there. But yeah, every time I mention Rage, people are like, "Huh? What's that?" You know, the ID game shooter that wasn't Doom. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Did you play it, Obi?
No, I'm looking at chat. Sorry.
But
I'm looking at chat right now, dude. Sorry.
Oh, did you just notice that now? Oh yeah, the Yeti is known as the Robo Penis. You've heard of blue balls. My Yeti has a blue head.
No, that's Janelle Snowball that she's got.
Yeah. Yes, Lord Rakdos has a Doom 4 beta key, which was provided by BFT as part of a mega awesome giveaway. Thanks again for that, and all other sponsors, Worst Radio Show, B Team Podcast. You know, everyone else we can't mention right now. Jason Brandt, Spartan Show. I think, is Mike still alive? I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
I'm just kidding. You know, I talked to him recently too.
Yeah, he's alive.
In the off chance that he actually listens to our shows.
As he goes well, I'd like to inform you. I didn't want to tell you this yet, but he's not alive anymore.
Actually, he just killed himself
He died last
an hour
night,
ago.
sorry.
He ate several bags of burgers provided by a one BFT 9000, the purveyor of bags of burgers.
No shit, dude. Every time we turn around, be like, "Well, guys, I'm home with my bag of burgers." So, shut the hell up. Makes us hungry right in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah, Mike did stream yesterday. Actually, that's what I was hearing.
Today too. He's streaming today.
Oh, shizzle.
Well,
I wonder if we'll see a Spartan show on Saturday.
We better, or I'm riding.
Mike has an issue that a lot of people have in the business world and the marketing world. They don't know how to ask for help. No one could do it by themselves. No matter how brilliant you are, how well connected you are, if you don't ask for help or you don't accept help, you're not gonna go very far.
Now I'm gonna say this, and everybody's gonna hear this first, right here on HorsePLAY Live. When I move to Washington, and I'm gonna call him and be like, "You doing the Spartan show?" "No, I don't have anybody." "I'll be there. What time?"
Wait, so you are? It's confirmed that you're going to Washington now?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
I heard you were coming to New York for a visit.
Fuck that. Yeah, for a visit, yeah.
I wouldn't move here, dude. I don't want to live here.
Yeah, especially with the latest thing that happened. New York, I love New York. And part of my heart will always be in New York City to some degree. And
I might have to make it something like a weekend quick trip type thing.
It's worth visiting for sure. But living there now, I mean, look at this news item. I mean, we're still doing the news, guys, believe it or not. But yeah.
Somebody's got a room for me, right? Like somewhere for me to stay.
Oh yeah, Kevin's got a whole basement / studio for you.
You could stay with Andy.
Ah! That won't end well.
No, it will. That'll be fun.
So anyway, focus, guys, focus.
I'm focused.
Did you hear about the manspreading stuff?
No. Is it in the notes? Where is it?
Yeah, New York City is now arresting people that are spreading on subways and buses. If you're spreading your legs too far, it's now an arrestable offense. Because now there's feminist movements, and I forget what else they call them, that they say that it's inconsiderate and it's a sign of entitlement. Now, I agree, there are people that spread their legs so far, I don't know if they're trying to, overcompensate or what, but I don't think some people understand that men can't put their legs together. It's really uncomfortable on your balls for a long period of time. What are you gonna do? Like, tuck them underneath your ass crack? I mean, how does that work? Like, I don't think people understand the dynamics of that. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there are some people that go a little bit too far. I'll put the link in the chat so everybody else can be part of it. But yeah, I've noticed this trend ever since Giuliani, Bloomberg, all those mofos, can't stand them. They've ruined that fair city. They're allowing all these stupid lawmaking. It's just been downhill. So other offenses that they're arresting people for now. If you go between train cars when the train is not moving, you can still get arrested. People used to do that all the time. Now you can't.
People still do it.
Yeah, people still do it. They're doing it until they get in trouble for it. Like people that jump over turnstiles in subways, right? Mm-hmm. Putting feet or a foot on seats. And singing. Singing on the subway or on a bus will now get you arrested.
I'm actually okay with that because there's a lot of annoying people that sing on the subway.
I agree. Like people that start singing off key and they have headphones on and they're like,
I'm talking about the performers.
Oh.
They drive me nuts. Like, I want to sit there. I want to listen to my music when I'm trying to get from point A to point B. I don't want you to sit there with your hand out in front of me and sing freaking whatever you want to sing, Taylor Swift or something. Like, terrific.
Yeah.
You can sing. You should go audition or, go play in one of the 150 million dinky little bars that you can actually get paid to play in New York City. You don't need to do this.
I mean, Jesus Christ, New York City still has more freaking bars than actual people, I would say.
I agree, and most of the good ones are getting shut down, but still, like, they're still there, and they're still more than most major cities. So go out, throw a rock, find a bar, and go perform.
Yeah, I would say, like, I don't know, within every square mile, you have at least 10 bars easily in New York City. Well, at least in Manhattan. It feels like that at least.
Hold on, I gotta say this to BFT. I don't feel like typing it. BFT, winning a Super Bowl off a bad call by the other team shouldn't make you feel good.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
End rant. And I have my Giants Super Bowl jersey shirt on right now.
Hell yeah, I called that. I called that one that year
Twice.
when no one saw the Giants winning.
Which year? The
first time.
they beat the Patriots or the second time they beat the
The
Patriots?
first time, where it came out of nowhere. Cause remember they had a rough start that season.
Yeah, no, they were awful.
No one saw them going anywhere. But I was like, yo, there's potential here. They had some talent.
And I'm gonna tell this right now. I've seen the official NFL report. The balls were set to 12.5 pounds, which a legal limit, listen, is 14.5. The balls were supposed to swell, but they didn't check them again because the balls were less than 14.5 psi. The legal limit for you to inflate a ball pre-game is 12.5, unless, depends on, when you start the day. That's just to the quarterback's likings, because the NFL refs can be held accountable for not letting the teams use their own balls.
Mm.
Because Patriots have a bag of balls that it's supposed to be set to, was it 12.5 psi at least? Well, how Brady likes his ball is he likes it at about 14 pounds, which is still the legal limit. So you can't. That's all bullshit for people that are they cheated on PSI on their balls. Bullshit.
We're not even getting into that. We're just talking about the stupid call by the Seahawks.
The Seahawks. If they run the ball in, the Patriots are not Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we have three drives we can make right now, and we could trip into the end zone and win. Hey, let's throw the ball. That's a good idea. And then I liked how they responded to it. Pete Carroll's like, oh, we were just following the playbook. We always start off every drive with a pass play. Like, that's even more reason not to do it when it counts the most, because they're gonna see it coming. They're gonna do a pass here. They start off every drive with the pass, guys. What? They did a quarterback smash? We didn't see that coming. Exactly. Basics. Freaking play more Madden. They should go and play Madden on Xbox or PlayStation or something. Learn how to play. L2P, noobs. Fuck you.
I started a thing.
Dude, I'm still pissed off about this. I don't get it. Like, I'm no freaking football strategy expert, but that's like football 101. You're in the end. You're near the end zone. You're inches away. Trip. Just trip and fall into the end zone. You're done. And hug that ball really tight. Anyway. As my blood pressure goes up.
Chat's still on the PSI.
Yeah, the
I think.
deflated balls. Yeah.
But the reason that the NFL lets the teams have their, they play their own balls is because then the referees will come up and jack everybody's PSI and every ball of the game. They'll jack it up to 19 plus PSI, and if you've ever felt a full-size NFL football at 19 PSI, bitch is rock hard.
Yeah, that'll break your fingers.
It hurts.
Yeah.
So that's why they let it out. It's like 14.5 is the average, 14 to 15 PSI is all they want, is because even though it's a little bit squishier, these guys are fucking strong, so it's not as squishy as you think. 14 PSI is a solid football with a little bit of flex. That's it.
Yeah. It's a little bit of give. Anyway.
But that's it. We'll discuss that at a later point.
So back.
Yogi, they're on Skola. They're about to kill Skolas.
Oh, and
they got him. And Rob got an Elder Cipher. Nice.
A PoE?
Yeah, 35. They just finished it.
Damn.
Literally, I was watching it as you were talking.
Not bad. So I'm saying, I'll type right now.
Yeah, I gotta unmute. I'm paying attention to both chats.
Yeah.
Madden 04 Vic. Oh, that was the best. It was OP, beyond OP. Guys, I am going to get out of here. I have to go to bed because I will not be able to function tomorrow. But I really appreciate you guys having me on, and I love you both dearly.
Yeah, likewise, brother. But I won't believe it until you get Destiny on Xbox One.
Well, I gotta get once I get my third 34 in order, I'll consider it. But I'm actually not gonna stream Destiny on Saturday. That's a fun thing for you.
Well, dude, you could look. I'll start off my second or third character when you do, and we could both start in the trenches together.
I'd be down for that. We could do that. But
Yeah.
Saturday, I have never played The Last of Us, so I'm gonna start streaming The Last of Us.
Oh God, don't bait me. Don't bait me.
Well, just come watch me and get your fill that way.
It's a very good movie. It's a very good movie.
I like games that are movies. So. Plus, as we talked about it last night, me and Andy, like I'm a big puss, so the entertainment value will be through the roof watching me play that. Also, when we hit 1,000 followers, we said that we would I would play Alien Isolation in the dark by myself. So that'll also be super entertaining because I don't do haunted houses. I don't like Halloween. Like,
oh man.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Did you see Sinister by chance?
Did I see what?
Sinister.
Sinister. No, I didn't see Sinister.
It's one of those found footage movies.
The only found footage ones I've seen is Cloverfield and Blair Witch.
Dude, if you ever muster up the courage to watch that darkness with headphones on, the sound blaring. Well, not blaring, but loud enough that you'll be immersed in it and completely unaware of your surroundings, right? And like maybe record a reaction, like live reactions of you watching the film. That movie will mess with you.
I don't know if I could handle that. I'm not good with that stuff. It'd be it'd be entertaining to watch.
It's one of those movies where even the soundtrack gets under your skin. It's so well done. I'm just thinking about it right now. I'm actually getting goosebumps. So I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. Sometimes I'm sensitive to that kind of stuff too. People that aren't that they think they're tough is just because they aren't immersing themselves in that experience. They aren't getting lost in it. They're consciously making decisions to not believe it's, that it's happening. Like they're like reminding themselves it's not real, so whatever. It doesn't scare me. It's not real. You know what I mean? But that's defeats the purpose. It's like you gotta get lost in that experience, or else there's no point. You know what I mean? I don't know. That bothers me. But anyway, why don't you put about your stuff before you go, bro?
I host a podcast called The Worst Radio Show every Wednesday. It's on at 9 p.m. on that wonderful link that the awesome BFT just posted in chat. It's twitch.tv/TheWorstRadioShow. Thursdays, we have a Destiny podcast. So if you're interested in anything I said tonight, you can watch it. It's called Podcast Infinity. It's on iTunes. We're on YouTube if you want to subscribe to us there. And we're on Stitcher at Yogi's recommendation.
Stitchers.
We are on the Stitchers. Right now, it's an aggregate feed of all both our podcasts in one, but we're working on fixing that. And then I stream Destiny most of the time, but like I said, Last of Us, and when Batman comes out in 2 weeks, that's all I'll be playing for a week. But yeah, come and hang out, and I love Geeky Antics, and I pimp them all the time because they are the coolest.
Word.
Guys, again, thank you. I have to go to bed because I'm going to be dead when I wake up in the morning.
Well, we're wrapping it up pretty soon, too.
But yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for having me on, and have a great rest of the show. Chat, have a wonderful evening. And that's my boy Batman in chat. He's the man, and I told him to come here and hang out with you guys.
Because I'm Batman.
Nice.
All right, guys, have a good one. Talk to you soon.
Good night, bro.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Now, guys, we are actually going to be getting, hopefully, the other host of the Worst Radio Show here eventually. You guys are going to love the shit out of Andy. He's crazy. He asks a bunch of personal questions. I mean, he'll sit there and be like, BFT, what kind of underwear are you wearing today? Are they boxers or briefs? And are they old or are they, so we're going to get him on. And, of course, if we can get Robbie on, that's going to be awesome as hell. Yogi, do you know exactly where we're at? Personally, I don't even know where we're at.
I just had a revelation. Someone just mentioned in another chat that it's Friday, so Zer's coming to Destiny. Damn, I had to get busy.
Wait, what?
There's a thing in Destiny called Strange Coins, and you need them to buy stuff from a weekend vendor. He's only available from Friday at 5 a.m. to like Sunday at 5 a.m. Dude, this game. Yeah, I said I want to do MMOs, and this is about as far as I could go. But anyway, we're at the news. We're talking about E3 a little bit. So yeah, Bethesda. People are saying that it's gonna be a new Elder Scrolls game. I don't think it's gonna happen. They're gonna write out Elder Scrolls Online. They gotta write it out. I know it's a separate dev team doing that, separate studio. It doesn't matter. They want, it's still a Bethesda property, and they're gonna want to nurture that and get people on top of it. The only way that it's gonna really succeed is if Elder Scrolls fans feel like there's not gonna be a new Elder Scrolls game for a while. You know what I mean? They have to have that fear, like, oh man, they're not gonna make another Elder Scrolls for a while, so I might as well get Elder Scrolls Online. You know what I mean?
And it depends on what kind of like experience, because in like the original Elder Scrolls, it wasn't online, so it was like all first person. So if it's somebody that doesn't want that full multiplayer experience and they want this, they might just say, well, they're not making any more Elder Scrolls. See ya. You know, go play this different game altogether.
Yeah. Sorry, I was typing in the chat. Batman is here. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's Batman.
I can't multitask tonight for some reason. Less than usual.
You're running it.
I'm running it. But yeah, E3. You know, I guess we should probably do some kind of write up before it comes up. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything that needs to be announced has been announced already. We know what's kind of, maybe we'll get something more solid about Konami. Microsoft's gonna keep denying the whole Silent Hills thing because they got to. You know, it's kind of the position they're in. Until that deal is sealed. Xbox One actually did just apply. They finally implemented the screenshot feature. I have no idea how to do it, but that's something that was long awaited. Because of Batman 83. Thanks for following. And thanks for the other follow too, Dwell. I meant to say that earlier. Dweller in the Cellar. I love that name. It rhymes. But, yeah, what else do we have in news? We're kind of skipping around here a lot. That's pretty much it. We do have a quickie. I think we'll just do the quickie, and then we'll end off on that. What do you think, Obi?
Sounds good.
To round off the discussion.
To Morgana Freya's daughter, Jordan.
Yeah,
She's in chat right now.
Yeah, some quick shout-outs.
Hope you guys are doing good. She just actually had surgery here the other day. So, hope you're doing good, hon. Hope everything's healing like it's supposed to, or you guys have some good news. So, of course, chat is just Lord Rakdos, Dweller in the Cellar things, man. Anybody that's come on and conversating with us, that really does mean a lot to us.
Yeah, we got D3 Focus in the Twitch chat. We got F100 Racer. And awesome, I'm probably gonna butcher the name. Antrostamus, I believe is it. And a bunch of other people I'm probably missing. But and I also want to shout out AM Audio Media because we're gonna be doing a collaboration on our Time Miami Tea Time show. We also want to shout out other podcasts that we love. Gaming Death Podcast. Love you guys. They're part of the gang. 42 Level 1, Zombie Cast, Knuckleballer Radio, Atari 2600, Game by Game, Two Dudes and an NES, Gregory Poet, Cupcake MV, Cupcake Noms, Morgana Freya, we mentioned you again, and we'll mention you again. We'll keep mentioning you, because we love you so much. Rantastic by Mel, that's Obi's friend. Melly Dunn 3, Gods of Mayhem, A Worthy Opponent, Hotscast, Stormcast, and Renee Bones. I think that covers all the bases. But anyway, we have a quickie. We do have a quickie.
Quickie.
So Obi.
Consoles and the resurgence of MMOs.
Yes, that's resurgence is a word. Yeah, you could have read it, wrote that out.
Resurgence of
MMOs. Did we entice you on Destiny at all?
Dude, I really hope. I really am hoping that it comes out on PC, because I will then get it. Because really, I'm sorry to say it, I know I'm a cheap bastard, but I got other shit I'm trying to take care of. I don't want to go buy an Xbox One.
Yeah, it's not worth buying. Honestly, it's not worth buying a PS4 or an Xbox One.
Just
I got lucky.
Game, though. I mean, I do want to get an Xbox. I mean, I do want to get something for the console side, because now I'm getting more Xbox players. They're switching over, so I want to switch over. Shit, plus Yogi and guys, the worst radio show are over there. So I mean, it's just I just can't wait till it comes out on PC. I hope it does, because that's something that I could start saying, all right, guys, we're streaming Destiny PC style.
I hope it's crossplay because I love to play with you. So
Cross-platform, kind of like War Thunder is, and War Thunder works great with the servers and everything.
Yeah,
You just put more people in it.
I think World of Texas works the same way too. With the consoles, we've said many times that MMOs are kind of dying, but people keep jumping into that space anyway. Now MOBAs are like kind of the new trend, but there's still people trying to make MMOs, and I think that ship has kind of sailed, right? But on the console side, MMOs have had it's a mutual relationship, a mutual benefit, because MMOs have helped the consoles become interesting again, and consoles have also made MMOs more popular again. So it works really well because Destiny. Some people say it's not an MMO, but it is.
Well, you got to kind of think of where the PC is right now. Like, PC is all about MOBAs right now.
Yeah.
They're not playing a lot of MMOs or first-person shooters, or they're all about MOBAs. What's the new MOBA coming out? That's why a lot of the PC Master Race players, quotations, that's why they're all like, oh, MOBAs are the best, and then you see other people that play Xbox or PS4 and go, MOBAs are shit. Try this game. That's all they play. That's what's happening right now. That's what's in.
And I love me some MOBAs. I love MOBAs because they're pick up and play. You could drop them and then come back into it and still enjoy the same. Whereas MMOs, if you take time off, you feel punished for it. And Destiny's no different. The difference with Destiny is that it shards a lot. It instances a lot. So it has a lot of load points and a lot of kind of dungeons and instances where it's smaller teams and it breaks off. But you'll see random people running by. So, it's an MMO no matter what they want to call it. They just they couldn't commit to anything all the way, as Kevin was saying. But the thing is, we've had well over a decade of MMOs, especially MMORPGs. And, the massive part is the key thing where, you have this massive world or a massive player base and the potential to run into so many people. Now, they don't necessarily need to be in one place at the same time, but there's always some kind of social layer, right? So, and I think there's still so many opportunities that haven't been explored. Now, Defiance is a game that people slammed, but it really started to show the potential of an MMO on a console, because you saw literally hundreds of people in this world in the same time, right in front of you. It still had instances, but it was a huge open world, and just you felt so immersed in it. And I want to go back to that game so badly. The Warframe, which is the game now they're calling the Destiny killer, now that it's on console. I've gotten back into that. The console version is actually really good.
Is it cross-plat?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Cross-platform, I'll play with you on Steam.
We'll have to check it out.
High character on there.
Yeah.
Nobody knows I play Warframe, but everybody's like, "Oh, you're all just CS:GO, this." Nobody ever asked me if I play Warframe.
Warframe is the game a lot of people play, but no one really talks about for some reason.
Yeah, it's because it's not the game. It's not the game because the graphics are just intense. Like, even just to have low graphics, they're still intense. The way you move and the way you can dash, and it's like keeping up with you. And we'll stream that one night.
BFT says, I dropped a massive for describing Destiny as an MMO, just MO, multiplayer online. It's massive in the scope of what you can do and how open it is because of the matchmaking. And the social areas do have a lot of people, right? That's where it gets massive. But then everything else is instance. So that it's an MMO. It's just that they did it a lot of instances, a lot of basically instances are different versions of the same world or dungeon. Like separate dedicated servers or sessions. And it's usually done for performance reasons or to keep things from being overwhelming. But first rule of Warframe: you do not talk about Warframe.
What's the next one?
Second rule is don't play PvP. Warframe. You need the right gear for that.
Yeah, gear is very dependent in Warframe PvP.
But I love the PvE on Warframe. That game runs so smooth on my PC and on the Xbox One. It's just 60 FPS. It runs like silk. It looks beautiful. Like the melee in that game, the combo system is crazy. That game is
crazy, dude.
It's super fast paced. So yeah, Warframe.
We're gonna play the game that we cannot no longer say anymore. So we're gonna play that sometime soon, and then get everybody in there because it's free on Steam too. I mean,
Yeah.
Hell, we might play that shit tonight. But
I had to get my gaming rig up eventually to play that. I could play it on this one, but yeah.
You should try to get it on. We should play that tonight because that's multiplayer. We can get a whole bunch of people in the same.
Tonight I can't get on Warframe. You could do it. You lead the way. What level are you on there?
I ain't showing. I ain't not showing my account until we decide to play as
Okay.
a game.
Well, another game that's on console now is Neverwinter, and that game is fun. If you like the more classic MMO RPG experience, you know, it's got the Dungeons and Dragons thing obviously going on because it is a Dungeons and Dragons game. But it's very like old school, and I like it. It's very pure D&D. Like you have your different stats, you can re-roll, you have your different races, and it's cool. I like it a lot. But that's a game that you have to commit the time to before it really opens up. And at that end, I love that Destiny. From the onset, it's very fun. Cousin Batman said the Destiny is the first MMO he ever got into, but he considered it more of an SMO, a small multiplayer online. You know, I think it's different scales of MMO. You know, to me, MMO has become more about the. When I say MMO, I think more MMORPG. So when I see a progression system, I see social layers, I see instances, and social common spaces, right? Where multiple people, like parties that are bigger, groups that are bigger than the party you can usually form for raids or whatever, can get together. Then it's an MMO. It may not be as massive as something else, but the scope overall of what you can do and maybe how big the world is, to me. So I guess when I say MMO, I mean more MMORPG. So less emphasis on a massive. It's definitely got the multiplayer, it's got the online, it's got the RPG stuff, you know, and of course it's got the shooter stuff too, the FPS stuff. You're never too old for video games. Yeah, we're old as hell. Thanks, BFT.
No, I am. I'm old as shit, but I'm never gonna stop playing video games.
Yeah, look how many gray hairs I have in there. Crazy.
I want that.
That's
Why does
my.
it have to be right now.
That's my therapy.
I'm never ready for the summer sale, dude. I'm never ready for it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Because people want me to get it and play it, I'm gonna get that Farm Simulator. And if I can get a 4-pack, I'm just gonna get one so other people can play.
There's one I saw in there that went on sale from $10 to like $2 called Tiny Keep.
Yeah. There's one like Farm Simulator, Farm Machines Champions 2014, which is, I don't know, weird. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get it. Because
Yeah.
I'm doing that sim night. I might as well do like a farm because then other people can play in multiplayer, isn't it? Shit, hell yeah. Plus we gotta do Goat Simulator.
Farm Simulator has multiplayer?
Yes. Farm Simulator 2015 is now only $20.
Oh wow.
From, what was it, like 50 or some shit like that? What I'm gonna do is, and then there's downloadable content too. Damn, I wish they had a 4-pack thing or something. They don't. But it's only $20.09. It's it was $30, so I'm gonna get it. It's an open world multiplayer system.
Oh, open world where you can visit each other's farms. Oh my lord! I guess people are griefing, like just taking all your crops and stuff.
Well, no, like you could do it like to where like what I would do is basically the whole thing is mine, and then basically everybody just like you would help me like and the farm. It's not like I don't know. It'd be something like what I would do what I wanted to do with like the Euro Truck Simulator, but nobody wanted to play that. Is get on and expand the company, and we call it the gang farm or something. Farming with the gang or something. I don't know. And then people can get on when they want when I'm on, or they can get on when I'm not, and actually work the farm if they want. I mean, you could get some trolls that fuck shit up, but hey, it'd be fun.
Yeah, like Minecraft's what happens. People come into your world and like start rampaging your buildings and stuff. I mean, there's ways to work around that.
It would have to be something like, I mean, for people, I wouldn't invite like everybody. Like the people that are here that watch us and support us that are part of the gang that just want to play something as a, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'll get it and nobody else will play it. So whatever, I'll still gotta play it. We just totally off backtracked and.
No. I mean, we're having some good chat here, but.
But no, that's kind of like the goal, like where I'm trying to go to anyway.
See, BFTC is what we're thinking about. You're gonna get people that come into your farm and just mow dick shapes into your cornfields, just phallics all over the place.
No, it's not gonna be like that. I'm. I wish I could get this bitch right now.
Oh my God, Obi shopping. So anyway, we're finally seeing like. The consoles are like so behind. For years they were talking about getting MMOs on the console. Now we're finally seeing them. Even last generation, Defiance, World of Tanks. I know I'm missing some other ones, but it's just amazing. People make so many excuses. Oh, these systems are underpowered compared to a PC. You can still play amazing games on there if the developers know what they're doing to take advantage of the hardware. There's nothing holding back the systems, and now this current generation they got more power to work with, so it's opening up a lot. When it comes to Destiny, I think they need to step up the game and really build this base game out before they get a Destiny 2 out. And yeah, I get it, when they have a dedicated game where they don't have to support multiple platforms, they can take advantage of the specs of that system, right? I get that, but you gotta get the foundation right here, and then expand from there. There's a lot of potential here they haven't unlocked, and once they get this game right and let people know, hey, you definitely got your money's worth. We lived up to our promises, and it's gonna be even better next time around. That's what I need to do, because I'm gonna tell you, when you compare it to like Warframe. Defiance as an underdog pick, they got their work cut out for them. There's a lot of competition out there, but ultimately I think people go where their friends are. So a lot of people I know I play Destiny, so I'm like, all right, that's why I got into it. And I said I wouldn't do MMO again in my life, and here I am, even if it's a pseudo MMO. So yeah, Microsoft has a partner with Oculus. Yeah, we have more stuff in the news. We kind of skipped through it. Oculus Rift and all that stuff. Project Morpheus. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be the generation where we're gonna see VR become a big thing. To be honest, we're gonna be really hyped about it. It's gonna be like 3D with the Blu-ray and all that, and then it's gonna be like, So we'll see. I think the bigger thing that's going to happen this generation for gamers is augmented reality. I think the technology is really getting to good place. We're going to see a lot of fun stuff there. Second screen experiences with the way phones are and tablets are integrated with PCs and consoles. That's the stuff I think is more exciting, and it's going to be more potential with. Like on Destiny, they have a Destiny companion app, and that's actually really cool to see that kind of stuff. The things you could do while you're offline, or the things you could do while the game's loading, so you could prep for missions, see where you are with your achievements and your Grimoire cards and all this stuff. And Destiny has a lot of hidden achievements built into it outside of Xbox One and PlayStation's 4's system of trophies and achievements, and those things unlock different perks like you get additional resources or more experience for your weapons and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of unlockables and progression in that game. So companion apps and second screen experiences. That's something that's really cool. Oh gosh, the chat's going crazy. No one's gonna be selling their organs for games to buy things on freaking Steam Summer Sale. That's what we're gonna purposely avoid deals for cheap bastards because that's dangerous.
No, we're not, because we're gonna do that shit right now.
We only got 5 minutes left.
I know.